Hey guys, this is my second episode in the Push to the Top 1000 series. And as you can see, it's pretty late in the day. I've already taken 7 defenses, and only 2 of them have been 3 stars, which is very good. Remember, if you want to get this base layout, I'll put it in the comments, and you can just go ahead and copy it from there. Now, I'm hoping for a very good offense today, maybe around plus 300 or plus 320. So without further ado, I'm going to head right into the attacks. Okay, so you can see this is a double poison tower base. I've got the town hall on the right and then the fire spitters both facing left. So I think setting my RC on this little bottom corner, I'm gonna hope to try and get one of those poison towers down. I think that's gonna be pretty good value. RC's gonna take a little damage. It's all good. Yeah, I think she's gonna easily funnel in there now. Hopefully I can keep Spirit Fox alive. I think she's gonna go down. That's fine. Activate RC ability. I think I'm gonna just try and get as much value as I can from this now. Yeah, perfect. Now just pick her back up. Send that in. Queen. And I have added a super wall breaker to this army. Now it's not required. The only reason I've done it is because it's what I'm using on my main account, and I feel like they can add some value on your, like, when you send in your queen to help her move in towards the compartment if there's no open wall area. But as you can see, it didn't really do anything in this attack, so it's not needed. I'm gonna just go ahead and overgrowth this. Activate Warden ability as we head into high damage. King ability, see if we can have as many defenses down as we can. Yeah, this should be pretty done for now. I'll just send in some super wall breakers up there. Yeah, King's gonna head into that compartment by himself. Yeah. Alright, this looks pretty crushed. Don't see any great value for my spells. Maybe right here for the rage spell, and then drop that. Hopefully my RC can stay alive. Yeah, perfect. Oh, she goes down. Alright. Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. This base is very done for. Send in the rest of the cleanup. Yeah, I think the only thing that I could have done better in this attack is try and move that queen in towards the town hall and take it down a little earlier, but you know, it doesn't really matter. And obviously you don't have to take the super wall breaker into your army, because that is a pretty big investment at 25k for a super troop. But if you think that you can afford it and you're at the point in the game where you think you would rather spend resources on that, definitely go ahead and do that. I would recommend it. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead to the next attack now. Alright, before I get to the next attack, I just want to say that I did have a network error, and I disconnected at the end of the battle. Now, this is something I've been dealing with for the past few days. On my last day of CWL, I had 2 disconnects at the beginning of the battle, so I'm kind of lucky that this one was at the very end. So I'm not going to be showing that attack in this video, but just remember that for later in the day. So I'm hoping for around a plus 310 day today then. But now I'm going to head into the next attack. Alright, so I'm here in the next battle now. And the first thing I see is that both of these fire spitters are facing the same direction. So I'm going to send in my army and RC from that side on their back end. I also see that it's a double poison tower, so I'm going to definitely want to take out one of those with my RC charge. So I think the best value I can get is sending in my RC right in this hole. Yeah, I think I can get pretty good value. Might have to use an invisibility spell to try and push her into the base, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, I was going to say looking good so far. Not really. Yeah. I might not get the greatest value from this now. Activate RC ability. Alright, I think I'm gonna go pick her up once she gets that scatter shot. Perfect. Alright, that right there, that there, that there. Boom, perfect. Root Riders in here. Whole army in now. They should start all moving in. Perfect. Now I can send the RC in. Use a rage spell now as they all move into that compartment. And then I'm going to use a overgrowth on that back end just to freeze all those defenses. Now I can use the warden ability as we head into the high damage area. And then I'm going to activate king ability once some of these garbage buildings go down. I'm going to have to move a little more into the base so we can get value with that earthquake boot. Yeah, looking good so far. Freeze that right away. King ability, perfect. Get all those high value defenses. I'm just going to use that rage spell. Yeah, this base is absolutely crushed. Drop all the cleanup troops in. Perfect. Alright. This was a pretty good attack, yeah. I mean, the only reason it was a really good attack because we're facing a lot of the horrible bases right now at low legends, but hopefully within the next few days we can start seeing more of the meta bases and high legend bases. So now into the next attack. Alright, so the first thing I see now is that there's a hook tower on this base. Now, my favorite way to counter hook towers is by setting in the king in what I call a king dive. I think that might be possible on this base. Also see that there's a double poison tower in the very center. And the fire spitters are both facing to the right. So I think I can get really good value by sending in my RC right here, king right here. All right. Well, that's not going the way I wanted, but I'm just gonna have to deal with it now. Yeah, that really sucks that the king dive didn't work the way I wanted, but I'll have to make do with that. It is one of the riskiest strategies you can do, but it also does give some of the highest reward. But most of the time it does end up working out for me, so I just do it anyway. Alright, yeah, I think I'm gonna just have to change up the plan slightly. Send in my queen there, and then send in a little bit of cleanup. Send in that there, and now I can send in the rest of my army up here. This should all end up working out though, in the long run. Yeah, my queen's out of range, so she should be able to take out those ice golems without any problem. I'm going to go ahead and overgrowth those, just so I don't have to deal with the hook tower. Don't forget to send that royal champion. It can be hard to remember to press all those buttons, but yeah. Alright, as I move in, I'm going to activate that warden ability soon. Just want to pay attention to when I'm hitting all those defenses. I think now is a good time. Yeah, as that overgrowth deactivates. I'm going to freeze all those defenses right there. I'm going to send in a rage spell. My royal champion should be good. Go ahead and by herself. Yeah, I think she's going to be safe there. She's taking a little bit of damage, but it's all good. The rest of the army's working their way through the base. Activate her ability. Yeah, this base is crushed. It really didn't matter about that king ability, but it definitely would have made the attack much stronger if the king dive actually worked out the way I wanted it. Hopefully I can get an attack in this video that ends up showing it, but I also have a YouTube video up for you guys to watch, but other than that, we're getting to the next attack now. Alright, so the first thing I see is that this is a base that I have seen on my main account, not too recently though, but it is a double invis base. I think if I send in my RC, onto the invis tower. She should be able to take out the entire compartment, hopefully. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Alright, it's going alright so far. Yeah, I'm guessing Spirit Fox is gonna end up going down. Hopefully she can get one more cycle. Perfect. I'm gonna activate that ability. Yeah, she's probably gonna go down here. Alright. Yeah, get the entire compartment down. That's great value from the RC. It's exactly what we needed. I think I'm gonna get a little greedy here. Try and get that. Yeah, perfect. Alright, can send in Queen first, then that. Now, main army all up here. Yeah, just try and space out those Valks, see if I can get some value trying to funnel them in. Yeah, it's perfect. Now consider that Royal Champion. I think I'm going to use a Super Wall Breaker down here just to make sure that that Queen moves in very quickly. Perfect. I think I'm going to use King ability now. His ability didn't go where I wanted it. But once that invisibility deactivates, I'm gonna use this overgrowth. Perfect. Now everything's gonna reroute into that compartment. Yeah, it's exactly what I wanted. Now all that defense is gonna go down right away. Yeah, it's looking perfect. And this base should be crushed now. Yep. Alright. This is probably the best way you can take down invisibility bases. I made a video about it last week showing it, but basically what you want to do is send in your RC onto one of the invisibility towers and have him try it, path away, and then path back into that compartment to take out as much value as you can. But I'm just going to go ahead and head into the next attack now. Alright, so I'm into the next attack. On this base, I think I'm actually going to have to go for that King Dive. I can see some really good value with that. I also can just place that RC into the core right away. I think I'm going to do that. But that's going to get me insane value. RC dive with the King Dive. Yeah, perfect. Take down all these major defenses inside of the base at the very beginning of the attack is going to be a huge help. Spear Fox goes down. It's not the end of the world. I think I'm actually going to be able to get the Town Hall, which is going to be really good. I get one of those invisibility towers down completely. That really sucks. I was hoping I would be able to get the Town Hall, but it doesn't look like it. But I'm still going to get insane value. Boom, boom. Yep, perfect. All of the army in right here. Great. Use a wall breaker. Open up that compartment. Queen's going to move in once all of those ice golems go down. I'm going to use some cleanup troops just so my queen starts making her way in that way. I think once that invisibility spell pops, I'm going to have to use the overgrowth on that little compartment to try and just get rid of all those defenses right away. Like that. Perfect. Yeah, this base is looking pretty good right now. Oh, I still have 2 Valks never placed. It's all good. And I never placed my RC. Yeah, once those move in, I'm going to send her in on the back end. Alright. I'm barely keeping her alive there. Once this overgrowth, yep, now use that rage spell. We should be able to take out this base pretty easily. Yeah, this was a pretty good example of how to use the King Dive effectively. The main thing you want to look out for, this is basically repeating what I said in the video I made of last week, but just try and see if you can get your king brought a decent ways into the base to get as much value as you can. As the further out the hook tower is, the less value you're probably gonna get, unless there's like a strange amount of high damage defenses on the outside of the base. But yeah, this was attack pretty easy. Pretty easy. I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the next one now. All right, so now to the next attack. The first thing I see is it's a double rage base with the fire spitters, one facing down and then one facing to the bottom right. So I can easily avoid them with a good RC and funnel. Yeah, I think I have a pretty good idea of how to take this base down. I'm gonna send in my RC right here, and then queen on the opposite side of this, or on the opposite corner of this side of the base, and then I should be able to funnel in my army to that town hall pretty easily, and hopefully get an easy 3-star. From this RC charge, I'm hoping to get maybe to that Inferno Tower. Yeah, Spear Fox is gonna go down right here. Perfect. Alright, once I get that down, I'm gonna pull her back up. Perfect. Alright. Use that. Oh my. Alright, well, I did not mean to do that. Obviously. Didn't get any troops from out of that. But, you know, hopefully the attack will still survive. You know, I can afford to make dumb mistakes like that when I'm low in Legends, but as I move up through this series, I'm definitely not going to be able to make dumb mistakes like that one again. Go ahead and use an invisibility. Boom. Use Warden ability now. Definitely going to be facing a lot of damage as I enter this area. King ability now. Perfect. Once that rage tower pops, I'm going to overgrowth this area. Perfect. Activate her ability. Alright, yeah, this is not looking good. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that mistake really messed me up. But you know, it's really all good. I really gotta try and not make those types of mistakes again. But low trophy in the beginning of the season, you know, it's gonna be all right for the first few episodes of the series. But I think I'm still gonna be going around plus 300 today, maybe like plus 295, but that's still a decent offense day. Yeah, definitely not what I was hoping for though. I think once that goes down, yeah, I'm just gonna have to surrender. All right, plus 28. All right, not too great, but it's all right. All right, and now for the final attack. I think I really want to go for a king dive here. I can get really good value from him. Yeah, and then sending that RC right there would also get really good value. Hopefully I can get him in really quickly so we don't get it messed up. Yep, perfect. Activate ability. Yeah, and I should get great value from this RC walk too. Yeah, she's moving all the way in. She can take that down the town hall. That's actually insane value from the RC. Spear Fox didn't go down yet. Yeah, I think Spear Fox is about to go down. Depending on where my RC... Okay, perfect. Hopefully I can get down that... Oh no. That really messed me up. Pick her up. Okay. Yeah, didn't get all the value I needed, but definitely great amount of value. Okay. Now Root Riders can go up here. Yes, this attack is going much better than the last one already. Perfect. That goes there. Alright, we should have an easy pathing towards the base. Send in the RC now. I'm gonna use Warden ability now. Heal everything up as we move into the base. I'm gonna just use Overgrowth in the back end. Yeah, this is looking great right now. Once I get into this high defense area, I'm gonna use another Rage spell just to power through it very quickly. I think now is a good time. And Freeze spell. Oh, didn't get either of the defenses that I wanted to, but it's alright. Use some extra cleanup. Throw in that. Yeah, this is like definitely crushed. I'm still hung up on the last attack. That was an error that it shouldn't be making, especially since I've been pushing for a few seasons now. Yeah, this is going pretty well. Hopefully tomorrow I'm actually gonna see more difficult bases though that could really help you guys out instead of just seeing like these bases that are randomly put together or bases that have been used for a few seasons. I'll be able to show you some real like meta bases and teach you guys how to counter them, because I feel like some of them are really easy and then some of them get pretty difficult, but right now the offense meta is just so OP that basically every attack is going to 3-star. So most days in this series you're going to probably see me going around in the 300s range, definitely above 290 and 280, but hopefully most days I'll be going 320 and you guys can really get some like knowledge on how to attack. But as you can see, ending this day plus 298. Yeah, I had that one horrible attack and then the one disconnect, but a really good defense day too, minus 202, and I still have one missed attack. There's only around 2 hours left in the season, so I'm expecting that attack not to get used. So yeah, plus 96 today. Yes, this is a really good day. And again, I will be sharing this defense layout in the comments, so make sure you go grab it. And see ya.